Have you ever wondered why the color of the oceans is changing? An intriguing question, isn't it? The vast expanses of blue that cover our planet are not as constant as we might believe. There is a fascinating science behind the shifting hues of our world's oceans, a science that is deeply intertwined with the health of our planet. So, what's causing this change? In this video, we are going to dive deep into the science behind this intriguing phenomenon. To understand why the ocean changes color, we first need to understand what gives it its color in the first place. The vast expanse of the ocean often appears blue, but have you ever wondered why? Well, the secret lies in the way water absorbs and scatters sunlight. When light enters the ocean, it is absorbed by the water. But not all colors are absorbed equally. Shorter wavelengths of light, like blue and green, are absorbed less quickly and penetrate deeper into the water. This is why when we look at the ocean, we typically see these colors. But here's the thing, the color of the ocean doesn't only depend on how water interacts with sunlight, it's also influenced by what's in the water. Particles and organisms in the ocean can alter the light absorption and scattering properties of the water, and hence, its color. For instance, consider phytoplankton, tiny plants that live in the upper layer of the ocean. When there's a large bloom of phytoplankton, the ocean can appear green because these plants contain chlorophyll, a pigment that absorbs light in the blue and red parts of the spectrum and reflects green light. Similarly, when there's a lot of sediment in the water, say after a storm, the ocean can look brown or even red. There are also other factors at play. For instance, the angle of the sun can affect the color of the ocean. When the sun is high in the sky, the ocean looks deep blue. But at sunrise or sunset, when the sun is low and its light has to pass through more of the Earth's atmosphere, the ocean can take on hues of red, orange, pink, or purple. So in essence, the color of the ocean is a complex interplay of light, water, particles, organisms, and atmospheric conditions. And that's what makes it so fascinating. Every shift in color is a clue, a hint of what's happening in the vast underwater world. So the color of the ocean can tell us a lot about what's going on beneath the surface. But what happens when the color starts to change on a global scale? Picture this. Our planet is warming up, and it's not just the air temperatures that are rising. Our oceans are feeling the heat too. As the climate changes, the temperature of the ocean's surface is steadily increasing, and this is causing a domino effect on marine life, particularly on the tiny but crucial organisms known as phytoplankton. Phytoplankton are microscopic plants that live in the upper layer of the ocean, where sunlight penetrates. They're the primary food source for a vast array of marine creatures, from the smallest zooplankton to the gigantic blue whale. Beyond their role in the food chain, phytoplankton are also incredibly important for our planet's carbon cycle. They absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere during photosynthesis and release oxygen back into the air. However, as ocean temperatures rise, we're seeing a shift in phytoplankton populations. In warmer waters, certain species of phytoplankton are thriving, while others are struggling to survive. This imbalance is altering the color of our oceans. You see, phytoplankton contain pigments that absorb and reflect sunlight. And these pigments give the ocean its beautiful hues of blue and green. Different species of phytoplankton have different pigments, and so they contribute to the ocean's color in different ways. As the composition of phytoplankton communities changes due to warming waters, so too does the color of the ocean. A shift in ocean color isn't just an aesthetic change, it's a sign of deeper, more systemic alterations to our marine ecosystems. Changes in the color of the ocean can affect everything from the health of marine life to the weather patterns around the globe. So, let's circle back to our original question. What happens when the color of the ocean starts to change on a global scale? The answer is complex and multifaceted, but one thing is clear. It's a symptom of a much larger issue, the ongoing impact of climate change on our planet's ecosystems. In essence, a warmer ocean could lead to a different colored ocean. But why should we care about the color of the ocean changing, you may wonder? Well, the answer lies beyond just the aesthetics. This shift in hue has profound implications that ripple through our ecosystems and economies alike. Let's dive into the ecological impacts first. The ocean, with its myriad hues, is a complex and interconnected ecosystem. A change in color could indicate a shift in the composition of phytoplankton, the microscopic plants that form the base of the ocean's food web. Phytoplankton not only provide sustenance for a wide array of marine life, but also produce half the world's oxygen through photosynthesis. A change in their distribution could disrupt the balance, impacting species higher up in the food chain like fish, birds, and even marine mammals, leading to a domino effect of ecological consequences. But the ripple effects don't stop within the ocean's bounds. They extend onto land and into our lives. Consider the impacts on industries like fishing. With changes in phytoplankton populations, fish species may migrate, dwindle, or even disappear altogether. This could lead to a fall in catch rates, impacting not only the livelihoods of millions who rely on fishing, but also the food supply of billions who rely on fish as a primary source of protein. Moreover, these changes could also affect the ocean's capacity to absorb carbon dioxide, one of the major greenhouse gases contributing to global warming. With less phytoplankton, the ocean's role as a carbon sink could diminish, exacerbating climate change and accelerating the very process causing the ocean's color to change. So, it's not just about the color. It's about the life that teems beneath the surface. It's about the air we breathe, the food we eat, and the climate that shapes our world. It's about understanding that everything in nature is interconnected, and changes in one area can have far-reaching impacts on the rest. So, the changing color of the oceans is not just a visual phenomenon, it's a warning sign. So the ocean is changing color, and it's not good news, but what can we do about it? The answer lies in our everyday choices. We can start by reducing our carbon emissions. You see, carbon dioxide contributes to the warming of our planet, and a warmer planet means more stress on our oceans. But how do we reduce our carbon emissions? It's simpler than you might think. We can choose to walk or bike to work instead of driving, use energy-efficient appliances, and even plant more trees. Every tree we plant absorbs carbon dioxide, effectively reducing the amount in our atmosphere. Next, we can support sustainable fishing practices. Overfishing is a significant contributor to the changing colors of our oceans. By choosing to purchase seafood from companies that follow sustainable practices, we can help ensure that fish populations remain healthy and balanced. And let's not forget about promoting ocean conservation. This can be as simple as cleaning up our local beaches or as involved as advocating for policies that protect our oceans. We can even support organizations that are dedicated to preserving marine life and habitats. But it's not enough to make these changes on our own. We need to encourage our communities, our governments, and even our corporations to make these changes as well. We can vote with our wallets by supporting businesses that prioritize sustainability. We can vote in elections for leaders who understand the importance of protecting our planet. And we can use our voices to spread awareness about the importance of our oceans. After all, our oceans are more than just bodies of water. They're home to countless species. They regulate our climate, and they provide us with food and livelihoods. Their health directly impacts our health. And so, as we go about our daily lives, let's remember that every action we take, no matter how small, can have a profound impact on our oceans. Let's choose to make decisions that protect and preserve them for our sake and for the sake of future generations. The color of our oceans is a reflection of the health of our planet. It's up to us to protect it. To sum up, the color of the ocean is more than just a beautiful sight. It's a complex science, a telling sign of the health of our oceans and our planet, and a call to action for every one of us. We've delved into the fascinating science behind ocean colors, revealing how sunlight interacts with the water and its inhabitants, painting our seas in a spectrum of blues, greens, and everything in between. But we've also learned that these colors are changing, and not for the better. The culprit? Climate change. Rising temperatures, acidification, pollution. These are all altering the delicate balance of life beneath the waves, and these changes are reflected in the colors we see on the surface. But it's not just about aesthetics. The shifting hues of our oceans have far-reaching implications. They affect marine life, weather patterns, and even our own livelihoods. So what can we do about it? We've explored some of the actions we can take to slow the tide of change, from reducing our carbon footprints to supporting sustainable fisheries and ocean conservation efforts. The challenge may seem daunting, but remember, every little bit helps. Every choice we make, every action we take has the potential to make a difference. Remember, every action counts. Together, we can make a difference for our oceans and our planet.